internet. It is I, Anime Mask Guy here. I am early with my stream today. Yes, I normally stream around 7 or 8 p.m. But because I have a day off today and I went to get a coffee, I haven't worked out. I went to the gym, but I went out and I thought, why not do an early stream today? Since I just thought, why not? So, as you can tell from today's stream name, I am calling it Come Stretch With Me 3. It's on the third one. Now, I know it's not the normal time I usually stream and not the usual thing I normally do, but without further ado, I think I should, go for it. All right, here we go. All right. If you have something like this, like a band, or you have a towel, it still works as well. But I'm using this little band here to do my little stretching. So, without further ado, I'll show you what I'm going to do. Let me just adjust the camera. All right, here we go. So, with this band, I don't have space. Okay, here we go. So, go over your head, back. Oh, feel that shoulder stretch. And back forward again. So stretch all the way out. Go over your head. And then all the way back. Oh, reach the bottom. Reach to the top. And over. Ooh. Reach over. Oh. Reach over again. Oh. Ooh. If you're wondering which area of the muscle is this basically this whole head, this shoulder, the head here, you should feel the burn, and then across down the arm slightly, but it should be mostly around here and across here as well. So while you're doing it, you should feel that area stretching. Now, how you normally do it with these little sort of like cable bands I have, go around your arm like this, and then just stretch it out, go over again. All right, one more time. Oh. Now keep your body stable without moving. Just your arms moving up and down, well, over and over again, your body. Ooh, that's my shoulder clicking. And again. And again. And again. Ooh. Oh, that felt amazing. Ooh, oh yeah, that felt amazing. Oh, right, internet. I know it's in the morning, it's the afternoon as well. I'm hoping you're having a great day, a great time. I want to share something. I found out you can do this, which is really cool. Let's see. Hold on. Let me just show you what I meant. Nope. Save that. Let's see. Okay, let's see if it works. All right, watch this. If you're following me, if you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch, I could do this now. Whoa, so cool. I know, it's so cool, right? I mean, this is pretty cool. All right, I got someone. What? Sup? You affiliated yet or still waiting? Remove the space. I don't know what that means. I am not affiliated, and I don't know what you mean by still waiting. From who? This is Mr. Lunavo. Yes, Mr. Lunavo, I am not affiliated with anything or anyone. So yeah, and this is my, I don't know how many streams I've been doing it now. This is my 10th, maybe? I can't remember. All right, I'm going to turn this off because it's kind of disorientating to see. Just keep scrolling and scrolling like that. Oh, I could actually set the speed. Ah, that's so cool. I didn't realize this. All right, let's try this. What happens if I do this? Okay, it goes slower. Cool. Let me just change that one more. Follow you. Follow TikTok. All right, let's see. All right, change that. Cool. All right. Well, that's something cool. Well, I'm still learning how to stream all that stuff. So yeah, this is quite cool. I'm still learning how to use all these functions. I'm using Restream, and then I'm also using Streamlab at the same time because I am a cheapskate. I'm not willing to pay for the pro version and all that stuff, so I can use one platform to stream all of it. It's cost quite a pretty penny to do so. If I remember correctly, they cost you about 60 to 50 or 60 pounds per month just to have the pro version. And as much as I like to say I can cough up that much, I'm not willing to do so. I can't do that, and I'm not earning anything. But nonetheless, if you just join my stream, what I'm doing is I'm stretching. I am doing some stretching workout, and I'm hoping you can join with me. Now, I just did the with the band, go over my body and then back again. So that's pretty cool. All right. Oh, what's this? I got a chat from Kick. Hey homie, I can share your stream in a Kick community to help you hit 200 followers and 800 viewers, and also earn 1.5k per stream. Add me on Discord, Kelly Bean Zero. Thank you for the offer, Kelly Bean Zero or Rabina's underscore 01. I would love to join so, but not at the moment. And thank you for following me on Kick as well. Thank you, Rabina underscore 01. Now, as much as I love to do so, to follow you and add you on Discord and earn that much per stream, just not at the moment. But thank you for offering. Just thank you for the invite and for thinking about me. But nonetheless, let us continue with the stretch. And yeah, one moment. Oh. All right, this time's gonna be different. So, what previously I was doing this over and then over again. This time it's gonna go across your body like this, like so. If I don't hit anything, so hold on. Let me try to find a bit more space. All right, here we go. Okay, so we're gonna go over. No, no space. And back again. Over. Over. Over again. And one last time. Over there. Now do the other way. Over. Oh. Over again. Over here. Oh. Oh. And one last time. Oh, okay. Whew. Ooh, that's tiring. Whew. Okay. All right. What was that notification I heard? I don't know what buzzed, but okay. Cool. All right. How's everyone doing? Is everyone doing all right? Is anyone following okay with the stretching exercise? I mean, I definitely need it. It was my shoulder. Don't know if you heard it, but it was clicking while I was doing the stretches, just going over my head and everything, which is not good. Obviously, shows my age is really showing. But nonetheless, it is a good form of stretching and actually keeping your joints and muscles healthy as well. That's the main purpose, is to keep us healthy, keep us going. Yeah. Oh, itchy. Oh man. I have to say this. I've been watching a few more animes than I usually do, surprisingly. Now, I won't recommend watching this only because I've watched it now and I feel like it was kind of a nightmare to watch. So I'll give you an example. Well, no example. I'll tell you what anime I was watching. Just give me one moment. I just need to get the name right. Let me bring it up. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, doesn't really tell me the actual full name. Oh, here we go. It's called I'm the Evil Lord of an Intergalactic Empire. So, if any of you has watched this anime before or heard about it, you may know it's not that great of an anime. But I've watched it only for pure purpose. It's because there's robots in it. Mecha. I love mecha. I love robots. I love the design and people how they draw it and all that stuff. And I like to, you know, like to see the ideas and the stuff. And if you don't know, I'm a great connoisseur of Gundam. I haven't watched the most recent ones, but still I love Gundam. The reason why I watched this anime only because I've out of boredom. I just watched it, and I have to say this: they have a great premises, they have a good setting, they have a good story, but whoever wrote the story was not that great. They didn't really set the premises very well, or the plot. So I'll give you an example if you don't know anything about it. So it's your usual trope isekai story where a man dies, except he doesn't get killed by the Truck-kun. He just dies of a natural cause of death and was transported to another world. Now, what happened is in his original world, you get to see what his original life was like. Was that he was a husband, he has a wife and a child. Now, his wife was unfortunately promiscuous and has an affair behind his back. He only found out later when he was doing, I think he was going to like a meeting or something for one of his jobs, like he was going to see a client, and happens to see his wife in that cafe with another man. Now, if you're watching the anime, you'll realize that man, the design of that man that she was having an affair with, was obviously the main character's manager. It was very obvious, but for plot's sake, he didn't realize, he didn't see it. He didn't really want to face reality to say that, oh my god, no, my wife doesn't commit any infidelity or anything like that. She is faithful. She will never do something like this. So whatever, it is what it is. And long story short, they do. He finally confronted her, and she opened up saying, "Yeah, I am cheating on you only because you're never here. You never love me and all that stuff. The usual trope of oh, because you didn't give me attention or love or anything like that. That's why I went to seek out different love and attention. The usual Japan love story of a problem and issue that they do have currently. So people are overworked and overburdened, so they don't have time for family, and because of that, nuclear family is broken and all that stuff. Worst part is that the daughter also says that I prefer my new papa over you, and then obviously it's very soul crushing to the actual dad, who not only looked after his daughter for so long. The daughter is willing to say, "I like my uh, the partner my mum is having an affair with over my real dad." So over that, felt soul crushing. He also got a divorce from his wife. all of a sudden he's been pinned and blamed by his manager that he's embezzled some form of money or something, and like he somehow, I don't know how it really shows. Apparently it just only shows that it's because his computer login was open. Maybe the manager uses computer login to do the data and everything, so the data only shows track record of him doing embezzling. But nonetheless, he lost everything, and his wife and his ex-wife and the manager was in plot together to do this kind of thing against him. After that, when he was about to die, this deity called the Guide appears out of nowhere and say that, let me show you what really happened, blah blah blah. Showed him, oh, the person that she was having an affair with was your manager. How you and the debts that he accrued with from his previous job which was also shown as that he was being what's the word, accused of, was planned by his ex-wife and the manager. They pinned the blame on him, and then and through that series, of course, he said that, do you want to take revenge and all that stuff? And for some reason, then take revenge, he just tells him, do you want to go to a different world and live a lavish life? Here's the series of settings and fantasy stories you can have to relive your second life, and he's chose the world that has robots, magics, and all that, and stuff. There's no like dragons or anything like that, but there are robots and magic in this world, and he chose that one only because he has a close friend called Nita, and Nita was a huge anime otaku enthusiast of mecha and all that stuff. So he chose that out of respect for his friend and went into that world. And now, once he entered that world, he was given the premises that he's going to be born to a baron family, as in the royal status of baron, not as in like baron as in wasteland, but as in like a baron status, and that he will be inheriting the land and everything, and he will be a lord to a fiefdom. With that, he thought to himself, with my second life, I am going to be an evil lord, hence why the title's called the Evil Lord in the intergalactic space. But he's going to be an evil lord. He's going to exploit his people. He's going to have a ton of women around him, has golds and money and everything, exploit his people for money and all that stuff. And obviously, for the sake of this trope of this story, he doesn't succeed as an evil lord. He succeeds as a good lord instead. Nonetheless, that was, I'll cut the story short, but nonetheless, his idea is that he wants to be an evil lord. Now, before I carry on, let me just do more exercise stretch, and we'll continue talking about it as to why it was a terrible anime and you should not watch it. All right, here we go. So, with the band again, we're going to go over our body like this, across. All right. Okay, here we go. If you don't have a towel, you don't have a band like this, use a towel. It will work just as fine. Okay. Now the other side. Okay. Whew. Oh, wow. Oh, that was quite a workout. I felt quite nice actually. Where was I? Oh yeah, so that's his aspiration, that's what he's gonna do. So before he goes, the guide then reveals his true intention. He is a deity that revels and lives on negative emotions. So the more negative you are, the more powerful he becomes and the more alive he is. So he feeds off your negative emotions and he needs it, requires that as his nourishment and as his sort of like food, you could say, to keep him going and keep him alive. So it turns out that this guide, the guide, was the orchestrator of all the negative things that's happening to the main character. So he is the one that influenced his ex-wife, influenced his manager to do these evil things against him. Okay, so as you can probably tell, if there's an evil god or like an evil deity in this anime, that means there's a good deity that's looking after this character. So yes, there is. Now this good deity is not a human being; it's an animal. And spoiler, it's a dog. Apparently, this dog was a dog that he used to uh, look after or something, like loved and everything. Unfortunately, passed away. So as you all know, pets doesn't live as long as human beings, so they do pass away quicker than we are. So I'm assuming this dog, his pet dog, lived with him for about 15 years or so. Let's just say longest. But nonetheless, he's have this good deity looking after him behind the scenes, giving him the good luck he requires. So, nonetheless, yeah, he now enters his world setting and his life and everything, and he becomes whatever. Oh, I got chat on Kick. What's this? Try to add me, bro. Hey, homie, I can share your stream. Okay, Rabina01. Rabina, you will see good results on your channel. Rabina_01. Thank you for your offer. I do appreciate. I will think about adding you on Discord. I'll say this. I do trust you. It's just that I am not that great on internet. I'm like a boomer. Although I am about 30 plus years old, I should be great with internet and all that stuff. But unfortunately, internet stuff, Discord and all that stuff, I'm a boomer. I am not that great in using it. I can use technology, but I'm not that bad. But when it comes to using social media platform, all these stuff, I'm still like a beginner. So add me now. Goodbye. Well, I will say goodbye to you too, then, Rabina_01. Unfortunately, I won't be able to add you now. But thank you for the offer again. Thank you for willing to add me, willing to let me join your Discord. But maybe next time I'll add you. Anyway, yes, so main character enters the world. He's now the young lord inheriting the fiefdom and stuff. Now, reason why I say it's a bad anime is because you would think, and the character that is dead set on being an evil lord and he wants to exploit other people, you would think that he would be clever and try to be more careful with people he interacts, and that he will read contracts and everything more carefully so he doesn't, sign his life away. Well, this character doesn't, unfortunately. He does the complete opposite. He's literally didn't realize he is signing a contract from his parent. His parents made him sign a contract the moment he turned 5. And that contract was basically saying that he will take on the debt that his parents and his grandparents has, accumulated. And not only that, while paying off the debt, he has to also give his parents allowance money for them to live as well. So it was a scam by the parents. He was born to this world just so he can then accrue the debt that his parents and his grandparents has accumulated in their life. So he signed his life away now with a huge debt. Apparently, even the entire episode of the season, he still hasn't paid off all his debt. He's paid most of it, but apparently he's still got more to pay, which is like wondering, well, how much does he owe then? He's like, they never really said why, how much, never enclosed about the details. I was like, okay, you know what, whatever, it's fine. But anyway, he signed the contract without even thinking about reading it or understanding what the contract is. He just signed it, which is stupid. And the second stupidity was that he was going to find a sword master to learn to become the ultimate, most powerful being in his fiefdom. He will become an ultimate sword master. He sought one, he found one, and now the sword master was obviously a fake. And this fake sword master somehow tricked him. You would think that he would be more careful to not be tricked by people, but no, he got tricked. He was hooked-winked for some reason, believing that this is a powerful, a recluse, powerful sword master that um, knows the secret way of the blade or the sword, whatever. So I don't know. I couldn't be bothered to really try and understand it, but nonetheless, yeah, he he took him on as a master, which somehow, the usual trope, a deadbeat sword master doing some weird training somehow does actually influence him to become an actual real sword master. So the main character has become a real sword master and become actually really powerful with the blade and whatnot. And it's just like, okay, whatever. Now the third stupidity was that in the plot story was that he fought some pirates, and the pirates has a map to show where their base was, and he's going to that base to not only attack it but also raid their their treasure vault and all that stuff. Now to get there, he has to go through a warp gate. This warp gate is the only thing that allows them to travel to one place to another. Now before that, I forgot to explain. He has an AI-made robot. That is a companion journeys with him through his story. Now, when they attacked those pirates and you know confiscated those ships and then took it with them, they found a map and they realized that how these pirates were able to you know be undetected while doing their piracy. It was because they were using these warp gates that was owned by the government. So obviously, logically speaking, you're thinking, oh, so these pirates were, bribing the government. That's how they're able to do all these piracy because the government is also in line with in pocket with them as well. So they were all working together. That's how they were, the pirate were able to do their pirate business. No, the main character didn't catch that on at all. He just thought, oh, if I use this warp gate, this location, I can go to their treasure vault and get all their booty. And you're like, really? You never thought about? Wait, hold on. If that's the case, wouldn't does that mean that the government is in line, is in pocket, whatever? You can use this to advantage to blackmail the government to say, hey, I've got this information. Seems like you guys were, in working together with them, whatever, and can get some benefit out of it. But no, he didn't think about that. He didn't. He just did whatever he's doing for the sake of the story. He go to the warp gate, and the warp gate is now telling him he has to pay the toll fee in order to go across. Again, some debacle, whatever. For whatever reason, the main character doesn't catch on that the pirates were using these government warp gates to travel around to do pirate, to do pirates things around the empire and all that stuff, the intergalactic empire. And for whatever reason, the main character was just stupid. Like, I just don't understand. Like, how did you not think about that? But anyway, afterwards, he then venture out to go fight and all that stuff. Battle scene and all that stuff was great. It was pretty cool and everything. It was nice and it's very visual despite the low budget. It was still cool to watch. Now the next dumb thing was that after he becomes so successful, he defeated the big bad boss pirate man, and he was given honor, exonerated, and all that stuff, and was recognized by the empire that he is contributing to the empire and that he is a great baron lord and all that stuff. So he's given an award and everything. His parents and grandparents came out of nowhere and said that, hey, we love you very much and blah blah blah. But reason why we came here was because we want some more pocket change, pocket money, because living in the capital city, it's cost quite a lot of money. We need more money from you. So can you spend us some spare change? I'm sure you got some, quite a few pocket change now, since not only your fiefdom is doing very well, you're also giving this award and blah blah blah. So main character said, no, I don't want to do. I don't want to have anything to do with you and all that stuff. I get that. I was like, okay, yeah, that is, normal reaction, all that stuff. But you would think that you would employ a strategy or kind of plan to prevent them to destroy you behind the scenes. No, he just had a strop and that was it. He just said, "Oh, I'm too tired. I'm just gonna get my award ceremony and just leave as it is." Now, as you heard, no, the guide is very upset that the main character is doing very well, and knowing that the main character is um, thankful to him, and that's his weakness. He doesn't like thankfulness or grateful heart towards him. He needs negative emotion. Doesn't like positivity. So positive emotion was killing him. So he's trying his best to drown the main character in negativity and bring him down as much as possible to the lowest pit of um, terrible bad luck and whatnot. And now, seeing that this happened, he influences parents and grandparents to do all sorts of heinous actions behind the scenes to not only make the main character lose his land, but also his title and everything. But while losing all that stuff, he still makes the main character to still work for the family by either becoming a slave or I don't know, some kind of like mercenary knight or something for the empire. So he's basically everything he does, well, he won't gain any honor, but he will all the pocket money and everything he earns will go to his parents straight away. But yeah, so they're trying to plan how to make his son work for them 24/7 like a slave, while also losing his title and his land as well. Now, obviously, the plan doesn't go well because apparently the good deity spirit animal caught wind of this and somehow guided the mechanical AI robots made to find out about the plan and in the nick of time thwarted the evil plan that his parents and grandparents had. And again, I don't understand how this plot line works because it makes no sense to me. Again, because one is an AI robot, you would think that this AI robot would have, you know, thought about it in advance or at least calculated in some way that does can do something. But instead, she went up to talk to the chancellor to strike up a deal to say don't agree to what they say, and then we're willing to give you certain things, perks, but as well, and blah blah blah. And you're like, yeah, you know what? I is like a very weird. No, I don't know. It's like a very uh I don't know. It's just like they're trying to use some form of like royalty, noble politics and everything to show like how great or how oh the smartness and all that stuff. But it doesn't really work that well because it felt very primitive and childish. It doesn't actually work to its advantage. Uh, but yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just it doesn't. The story itself isn't great. It's okay to watch, but it's just like, hold on, just messaging. Okay, but yeah, that's my yapping. Sorry for taking too long for yapping like this, but that's really it. I just want to share this anime I've watched, and yeah, I don't know why. It's just like meh. It's just a mere story. It, it has a good premise. It has potential, but it just didn't land. It didn't really do that very well. Or maybe it's because I'm a 30 plus year old bitter old man that I can't really enjoy much like in life or or stuff. But how do kids nowadays say? What do you guys call it? Slop? Yeah. This was a basically a slop of an anime, and I watched it and didn't enjoy it. And yeah, but yeah, that's it. But let's do one last final stretch. What I'm gonna do. So have this band, or if you have a towel, go like this. Have it around you. Have your palms facing upwards, but clenched, obviously, because you have to hold it. And what you're gonna do, I'll show you like a sample, is go sideways outwards like that. Oh, like, and back right in, and then stretch it out and slowly go back in. Now, you're meant to work out this particular part of your shoulder to feel that stretch. So I'm going to do it from here, since it's a bit more close up. All right. Okay. All right, then. Here we go. So again, have your arms straight up like this. Keep your body straight. Keep your arm locked in like that, straight in the right angle, and then go out. Oh, feel that stretch in your shoulders. Oh, hold it a bit, and then slowly back, go back in again. Releasing the tension, and then go back out. Oh, yeah, stretch that shoulder. Feel that stretch in the shoulder, squeezing it. Oh, go back in again. Out again, squeezing that muscle, squeezing that shoulder. I know I say I'm stretching it, but it feels like a stretch. And then back down again. Oh yeah. And then we go out again. Oh. Oh. And again. Oh, that's in my way. Here we go. All right, two more. And out. Last one. Oh, all right. Yeah, that's the end of the stretching. Oh my goodness. Oh, all right. If you've done it, you should have felt the sort of like the squeeze or the stretch of the muscle on your shoulders. You're gonna have healthy shoulders. Next time we'll do some back stretches. We're going to keep our back healthy. But yeah, that's the end of today's stream. Hope to see you all next time. I am back on Monday again. It's gonna be usual time, where it's around between I say 6:30, but it depends on my work. But aiming for 6:30 start, or around 8 p.m. the latest. But around that time, I'll be streaming again on Monday. So again, thank you all for joining me to do my stretches, well, stretching with me, and hearing me yapping as well for whatever reason, and talks about whatever. But yeah, hope to see you all next week, and I hope you all have a great week for this following week. I know it's a Monday blue and everything, but I hope that you have a great week. Your Monday will be better, and you have a great week. Again, just want to say, have a great week. I know life is difficult, but I'm just saying it for myself as well. Don't feel down. Just remember, we're all living and we're still breathing. So yeah, thank you all for joining me again. See you next time, and I hope you have a wonderful week. I ended my stream on quick, too quick. But anyway, yeah, see you next week.